できたかな。はいはいはい、元気見えるかな。ちょっと待って、one sec。よっと。聞こえる？大丈夫？うん、聞こえる。Can you hear me? 待ってね。みんな元気？今日はね、何回目だっけこれ。何回目？今日は46回目か。So, it's the 46th session already. And as you know, I'm so happy that Bocchi the Rock, Bocchi-chan, has the second season coming out sometime. Hopefully, I don't know, soon. I knew that it was gonna, it was gonna come, but I was kind of getting worried because, they didn't make the announcement for a while. But I knew that it was coming because, Kessoku Bando released so many songs, and also they had, 2 movies, like that, like not summary, but compilation, movies, last year. So like I knew that, they would make season 2, but I was getting a bit impatient. But yeah, finally, they announced it. They haven't said when it's going to be, but hopefully soon. I can't wait. Anyway, I hope you feel the same. Anyway, so let me just say hello to the chat. One sec. Gotta let's adjust something here. Okay. It's my chat here. I have so many things in front of me because I need to monitor what's going on. So here we go. Let me have a look at the chat. One sec. Who's here? Saying hello to Falcons. You're here. Gabby, you're here. Jova, you're here. It's been a while. Miro is sick today. Oh no. Oh, take it easy, okay? And please, rest when you are not well, okay? I hope you feel better soon. Falcons has been a member for 5 months. Aww, thank you for your support. Thank you. Aww. Excellent. Falcon says Bocchi season 2 is definitely a reason for a big hype. Right. Yeah. I was so excited, about it, because as you know, like I've continued to stream, Bocchi's manga for like almost 2 years, I guess. I mean, it's like a year and a half, but it was hard to keep going without knowing, if there was gonna be, another season or not. But I just kind of kept going, hoping that, they will announce it soon, and it happened. So I'm so happy about that. すごい嬉しい。めっちゃ嬉しい。はい。Let me see. Let's have a look at the chat again. Alexander, you're here. Hello. And Cunningston, you're here. Hi. And being a member for 5 months. Oh, excellent. Thank you so much for your support, Cunningston, as always. And Soy, you're here. Yes. Everyone's celebrating Bocchi's second season. Yes. So excited. It's just like want to watch it now. It takes a while. I know it takes a while to make it. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna start now because we have a lot to go through today. So let me my notes are here. Okay, go. just checking if everything is working. And let me just open my page. One second. So that's the loading screen. Now this is the manga. Okay, here we go. 1 second. Let me just turn this just a notch. Damn. Okay, here we go. So that's that. Let's see. Okay, so today. Oh, it's one more. Yeah, and just checking the chat just once more before I get busy. I'm excited about season 2. Yes. Party. I'm ready to party now. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, 1 sec. I'm gonna need to keep this screen smaller. 1 second, I'm just adjusting something. Okay, just bear with me. Just changing the size of it. There we go. Right, so yeah, we go. I'm gonna put this away 1 sec. I'm not gonna be able to check the chat because I have so much in front of me. I need to keep checking, keep controlling things. I will check, the chat every now and then, but not all the time. Okay. So my notes are here, as I can see here. Okay. And this is today's page. Starting from here. But before that, let's see what happened right before this. Let's see. Okay. Right. So, Kessoku Bando, Bocchi-chan's band, was invited to see Kikuri's band, Shikuhaku. And they were excited to see the performance, and Ryo senpai got too excited, and she was making a little speech about psychedelic rock, because she's really into this kind of music. And then let's see what happened after that. And Bocchi-chan was watching, observing what was going on stage, and super impressed by the band. Amazing drummer, really good guitar playing. And of course, she was so surprised to see お姉さんの圧倒的なカリスマ性、such charisma from Kikuri. Yeah. So good. Okay. So let's see what happens after. Let's go. Look. We're gonna start from here. Okay. Okay. Let's go. So as usual, I will go from here to this comma panel. There's one point that I have to go back and forth a little bit, but not on this page. That happens where? Actually here. I have to read it a little bit differently when we are reading these two, but that will happen a bit later. Okay. So right. So from here, ちょっと待ってね。So this is Bocchi-chan, Bocchi-chan thinking in her head. Okay. adjust it. お客さん全員がステージに釘付けになって演奏を通してこんなに多くの人たちが一体になる。ステージにいる間は演者はヒーローになれるんだ。慣れてくると結構いいですね。ドク。やっぱりバンドって最高にかっこいいな。おー So cool. Okay, so let's go from here. So they're performing Kikuri and Shima-san and Eliza-chan on stage performing right now, and Bocchi-chan is just watching in the audience. And so let's see. お客さん全員がステージに釘付けになって、お客さん here guests、お客さん全員ね、全員 all members everyone in the audience、what are they doing? ステージに釘付けになって、interesting phrase, isn't it? 釘付け、so釘on its own it means nails, not like these these nails on your hands, but nails as like as a tool, as tools. When you're building something, you use nails, unless you're making kumiko zaiku, kind of more like a Japanese traditional, like a craft, in which they don't use nails. Kumiko, beautiful craft. Anyway, so kugi, 釘付け something に釘付けになる。So imagine like you're, trying to nail something onto a wall or something, and that's like kugi and tsuke. Kugi-zuke, you put something on the wall, using a nail and a hammer, but of course, that's what it means, like literally, but here it just means like their eyes glued to the performance in this case. Okay, so お客さんみんなが、ステージに釘付けになって、so just describing their eyes glued to the stage, to the performance, 釘付けになって、and 演奏通して演奏 we had 演奏 many times, performance, 演奏を通して、through the 演奏 performance through performance, 通して we have something very similar, which is 通じてThis is when you want to kind of give up learning Japanese. Like, why is it so similar? One sec. Let me just... okay, so yeah, 通して versus 通じて they're pretty much interchangeable, and but well, not always. There are differences between these two, but honestly, nobody would know. Nobody would notice if you use like, 通じて instead of 通して. They're so similar, and even like native speakers might not be able to explain the difference anyway. So it is okay. It's not a big deal. But in case you want to know, okay, the differences between, something を通して versus something を通じて. What are the differences? Both means like through something, by using something, but as I say, it's normally interchangeable. Normally, okay? But just take a look at them one by one. Something を通して. This is like mostly used when the person is actively involved in their action. So, so it's never passive. It's not for something that happened naturally or anything. じゃあどうしようか。じゃあメールを通して私の友達と話した or something. I know it's not an excellent example, but it's just normal. So like I was actively doing that. Okay? メールを通して。メールを通して。But if I say メールを通じて means that it just happened, via emails. You weren't actively trying to contact somebody, but it just like kind of happened. Somebody just contacted, and you didn't intend that to happen. だからじゃあ例えばインターネットを通じてI don't want to say anything incorrect. That's why it's hard to come up with something right now. インターネットを通じてどうしようか。例えば悪いニュースが広がる。悪いニュース bad news 悪いニュースが広がる。Oh, this is actually true. But that's 通じて isn't it? It's like you don't really control it. Sometimes you just like find out. Oh, when you're reading, let's say, like, when you're doom scrolling something, you kind of like, you read something and, maybe, you didn't want to read it. Okay. ね、例えばじゃあね SNS ね SNS、ソーシャルメディア SNS を通じてねあのことを知ったね I found out about that maybe that thing is not something that you wanted to know okay. But 通して、it's for something that you are actively involved. You maybe initiated the action or something. Okay. But they're so similar that when you speak quickly, don't you who knows? Anyway, so 演奏を通して、演奏を通してこんなに多くの人たちが、this many people こんなに多くの人たちが一体になるね一つの体ね一つの体 one body ね一体になる so ね to to be one to unite 一体になる、演奏を通してね through performance this many people get together and become one. Cool. But if it happened more like passively, then 通じて works here too. Okay, so it's just the it's just in terms of the nuance. And if you want to be more correct, you might want to stick to whichever is more correct to you. But it's not it's not a big deal. Okay. Let's see. Stage dive. ステージにいる間は、ステージにいる間は、演者はヒーローになれるんだ。ステージにいる間、while being on stage, while they're on stage, what happens? 演者、演者、you see N? Same 漢字ですね。演者、演奏するものを演じるもの。Someone who performs. 演者は、演奏者 is also fine too if you want to say 演奏 and 演奏者。But here it just says 演者。演者はヒーロー、hero or heroes になれるんだ。なる to be, to become. Noun になる、なれる potential. To be able to, can be what? Can be a hero. Can be heroes. While they're on stage. You know, performers can become heroes. なれるんだ。A little bit of emphasis, or like she's just kind of reflecting, you know, in her mind. さあ、ぼっちちゃん、にじかちゃん、きたちゃん、ドク。That's you know, ぼっちちゃん 's, you know, heart, you know, beating. きたちゃんsays 慣れてくると結構いいですね。慣れてくると結構いいですね。Because previously きたちゃんきたちゃん was saying like, oh, you know, she didn't know how to describe it. You know, she was feeling a bit weird because, you know, she hadn't heard of this type of music. But, you know, now she's getting used to the sounds. So, 慣れてくるね。Something に慣れる is to get used to something. So, 慣れてくるね。Talking about the change. Yeah, so when I, you know, when I get used to this, you know, this type of music, 結構いいですね。ね、結構 quite いい。ね、quite いい。It's quite good, huh? Yeah. So showing that, きたちゃん is kind of, well, きたちゃん is kind of digging it. Cute. Anyway. And ぼっちちゃん。ぼっちちゃん 's facial expression is actually like this. So, she's super impressed. And thinks, やっぱりバンドって最高にかっこいいな。やっぱり we had やっぱり so many times. So, やっぱりバンドって of course バンドは最高にかっこいい、ね、で as talking about I'm talking about this、ね、バンドって of course she's talking about being in a band、ね、バンドって、最高に、ね、最高最も高い、ね、the highest so talking about the best、最高にかっこいいね、かっこいい cool ね the coolest thing、ね、it's the coolest thing in the world. What's the coolest thing? バンド of course she's talking about being in a band and, you know, performing, rocking out is what she wants to say、ね、やっぱりね、バンドって最高にかっこいいな。 super super cool. Super cool to be in a band. ね、やっぱり。Yeah. After all. Of course, it has so many different meanings, but ね。やっぱり many. ね。Sometimes it's about praising something. Yeah. Or sometimes it could mean as I thought after all. Or sometimes you're thinking about something and then coming to a conclusion. So on and so forth. It all depends on the context. Let's see. Okay. 最高にかっこいい。最高。最高にかっこいい。It's the coolest thing. She's inspired. So cool. See? So let's go from here to the last panel, comma. Okay. はい。さすきくり。ぼっちちゃん、私のライブどうだった？あ、よかったです。お姉さん、すごくキラキラしてました。私、なんかとても。私って実はさ、高校までは教室の隅でじっとしてるネクラ学生だったのよ。え？あ、やっぱわかる？うふふ。陰キャ同士は惹かれ合うって本当なんだな。So cool. So she finished playing. And she Kikuri asks ぼっちちゃん、ぼっちちゃん、私のライブどうだった？私のライブね、my show, my live performance どうだった？ Of course it's どう but she just speaks like this. どうだった？ How was it? How was my show? How was it for you? And ぼっちちゃん trying to like, you know, put her thoughts together, and she just says, あ、よかったです。Like it was good. But she continues to say, お姉さんすごくキラキラしてました。She's hesitating and stuttering. お姉さん talking about Kikuri すごく、yeah, very キラキラしてました。キラキラしてました。キラキラ。キラキラしてる。shiny. So 輝いてる。We had 輝いてる before, which also means like, you know, shining or shiny. キラキラしてました。You were so, you know, shiny, but more like you were shining. And ぼっちちゃん doesn't finish the sentence, but Kikuri notices something. After saying キラキラしてました but she compares to herself. 私なんかとても and then she doesn't say it, but what she wants to say is 私なんかとてもできそうにありません。 it's not written, but I don't think I could do such a thing, or someone like me cannot do such a thing. So she's like, she was about to say something negative, and Kikuri notices that, and says, she almost kind of like interrupts Bocchi-chan before Bocchi says something negative about herself. And Kikuri says, 私って実はさ、私は実はね、actually, in fact, she's gonna reveal something. 実は、実は actually, 実はさ、and you know what? She says, 高校までは教室の隅でじっとしてるネクラ学生だったのよ。高校まではね、until high school, 教室の隅で、教室クラスルームの隅ね、corner、教室の隅でじっとしてる、じっとしてる、we had じっとしてる、before、 じっとしてる、not doing anything, being quiet, to stay still, to do nothing, to be silent, to be quiet, じっとしてる。ネクラ学生ネクラ学生、ネクラ、ネクラ、根が暗い、ネクラ。If it's kanji, it's written this way. ネクラ、根が暗い、root が暗い、dark. So, talking about somebody's personality being gloomy and pessimistic. ネクラ。ネクラ学生。ネクラ学生。学生、student。gloomy student だったのよ。She's just telling Bocchi-chan about her past. So I was a quiet type. Who was gloomy. Of course, talking about Bocchi-chan too. Bocchi-chan, gloomy like you. She doesn't say it, but I was just like you, kind of thing. So 高校までは教室の隅で、in the corner of a classroom, じっとしてるネクラ学生、ネクラ学生、gloomy student, who was very quiet. Sitting like in the corner of the classroom. I was like that until high school. And Bocchi, of course, she's surprised to know this because, Bocchi just witnessed something amazing. Kikuri, お姉さん being amazing on stage, rocking out. But she was actually, Nekura, who was the quiet type, like sitting in the corner of a classroom. Like, what? And Kikuri says, やっぱわかる? やっぱ of course やっぱりわかる? Can you tell? 陰キャ同士は惹かれ合うって本当なんだな。陰キャ同士陰キャ。Bocchi-chan is an 陰キャ。陰キャ同士はね、 同士、陰キャ同士、ね、fellow 陰キャズ陰キャ同士は惹かれ合う、ね、惹かれ合うって本当なんだな、ね、惹かれ合う from 引く、引く、ね、引くって pull something、引く、ね、引く、ね、引かれる is passive. That's not so to be pulled. 惹かれ合う。Yeah. And then 合う includes like it has the meaning of like to do something to each other. So 惹かれ合う、ね、to be pulled to each other, so to gravitate towards each other, basically attracting each other. We have different 惹かれ合う, but intentionally the creator uses this type. But it's okay, it still works. 惹かれ合う、惹かれ合う. So Inca basically, Inca attract, Inca attract each other. 惹かれ合う. They pull, they get pulled to each other. 惹かれ合う。で、惹かれ合うって惹かれ合うということは本当。It's true. 本当なんだな。Oh, it's true that Incas attract each other. Well, like Inca get together. Incas, Incas naturally get together. Aww, cute. よいしょ、よいしょ。はい。So let's go from here. ここから。And so cool that she's talking about her past. Last one is just it's a joke, but it's so cool. Let's see. So let's go. でもある時自分の将来想像したら普通の人生すぎてつまんねえって絶望しちゃって、真逆の生き方してやろうと思ってロック始めたの。楽器店でベース買うのもライブハウス行くのも最初はすごい怖かったし、じードキドキ酒飲み始めたのも初ライブの緊張をごまかすためだかんね。初めて何かをするってのは誰だって怖いよ。でもぼっちちゃんは路上も箱でのライブもできたじゃん。酒に頼らずに。自分にもっと自信持って。無理なら酒でドーピングしろ。未成年です。あー。Cool. Let's see. She's still drunk. So, let's see. So what changed her? So she was, she wasn't an Inca, a gloomy type. But something changed her. Let's see. でもある時、but ある時、one time, 自分の将来想像したら、自分の将来、自分の myself, my own、将来、想像したら将来、let's compare 将来 and 未来because they both mean future. 将来 If you forget, just think about this. 自分の将来 She didn't say 自分の未来 That kind of summarizes it. 自分の my own, my 将来 future. Okay? she's not using mirai because mirai and shorai are two different things. Okay, the shorai. This is what Kikuri is using. You know, shorai, for person, group, and organization, etc. Shorai. So something that's like connected to you, or to someone more like directly. But mirai, it's a little bit more vague compared to shorai. Okay, so we're talking about like distant future. It's not going to be like personal, but it's more like general and wider, kind of vague. It just points to the time ahead of the present. So if it's like mirai no technology, like future technology, that's fine. Okay? So that's that. Okay, so in this case, she's using shorai, of course. But if somebody comes from the future, it's mirai, miraijin. Okay, doesn't make sense. 自分の将来、想像したらね、想像する。We had 想像する before, to imagine. 自分の将来、想像したら。So when I imagined my future, what happened? 普通の人生すぎてつまんねえって絶望しちゃって。普通の人生、普通の、normal, like ordinary. 普通の人生、人生。Someone's life. But in Japanese, there are so many words, that mean life. But this one's more like, including experiences, personal growth journey, so on and so forth. So that makes sense. Yeah, of course, it's wrong to use 生活. 生活 is for like more, life, everyday life. So that's different. But in this case, 人生. And it's wrong to use inochi here. Inochi means life too, but like she's not talking about like life or death. In this case, she's talking about like life, like a journey. Okay. 普通の人生すぎて、it's just too normal. My life will be so boring and normal and ordinary. すぎて、普通の人生すぎる。It's just too normal. My life being too normal. すぎるすぎて and つまんねえ。つまんねえ。つまんねえ。つまんない。つまらない。boring. Okay? Of course, つまらない will be, of course, more standard to say. つまんねえ. Depending on when you say it and how you say it, it could be a bit offensive. Okay? But in this case, she's just talking about, the past. And, she, at the time, she imagined how, her life would be, if she continues to live like that. And she was saying, okay, that will be a bit boring, boring if nothing changes. So, つまんね、つまんないで、つまんないと、絶望。絶望しちゃって、絶望。望み、hope が耐える。耐える。and no longer be there. So, つまんねって絶望しちゃって、to lose hope, to despair. 絶望する。So she thought like, it will be boring. It will be so boring if I continue like this. my life will be just too ordinary. And she was feeling hopeless here, and then she decided to do something, which is 真逆の生き方してやろうと思ってロック始めたの。That's how she started playing rock. 真逆の生き方。真逆。same as 正反対。真逆の生き方。正反対 is actually more correct to say. But it's fine. It still makes sense to say 真逆。真逆 I feel this is a little bit newer than more official like 正反対。真逆。completely 逆。totally opposite. 正反対。真逆の生き方。マスステンプラス型。そう、生き方。using マスステンプラス型。how to do something. The way to do something. そう、生きる。生き is a マスステン。生き方。how to live. way of life. If it's 食べる then 食べ方 how to eat or the way you eat is fine too 書き方 how to write or the way you write is 書き方 as well. So 真逆の生き方comparing to what 普通の人生So she wanted to do something completely, the opposite of 普通の人生。真逆の totally opposite の生き方。way of life を生き方してやろう。生き方を is dropped してやろう。してやろう。やる。やろう。volitional. But it's very casual. やろう。I'll live. I'll live, in the way that's completely the opposite of, 普通の人生 like ordinary life. と思ってね、I thought that, and ロック始めたの。Of course, ロックを始めたの。I started playing rock. So she started the band, or she started playing in the band. This is her. This is Kikuri when she started, playing in a band, or she first got into music. 楽器店でベース買うのもライブハウス行くのも最初はすごい怖かったし、楽器店で。楽器インストゥルメント、楽器店、楽器のお店ね。So like an instrumental, in a musical instrument shop でベース、ベース、the bass guitar、ベース買うのも、ベース買うのもベースを is dropped、ベース買うことも買うことも、ライブハウス。Of course, ライブハウスに is dropped. ライブハウスに行くのも行くことも、so doing these things, 最初は in the beginning すごい怖かった。Okay, すごい怖かった。This すごい is actually grammatically correct or incorrect? Incorrect. But a lot of young people speak this way, so it's actually fine. Okay. Just technically speaking, すごい is an adjective. Okay, すごい is an adjective. And if you want to use it with, in this case, 怖い, past tense 怖かった, here it should be an adverb. Not an adjective like this. Okay, so it needs to change to すごく. Okay, すごくね、 すごく怖かった is correct. But as I said, some people say it すごい怖かった it's accepted. Okay, even though it is actually not correct to say it this way. But even natives say this, so you know, especially like when it's kind of accidental, it's common too. Like, ね、すごい let's say like if I see like a cute kitten and I want to say 可愛い but すごい可愛い is very common because like I'm not even thinking what to say. See what I mean? So like instead of すごく可愛い which is more correct, but some, you know, if somebody says すごい可愛い well, like, you know, it's kind of normal reaction, so it is accepted. ね、最初は、ね、すごい怖かったし、ね、it was very scary in the beginning. What kind of things were scary? ね、buying, you know, a bass guitar, you know, at a musical instrument, you know, shop, and doing things like ね、ライブハウス行くのもね、ライブハウスに行くのもね、like going to, you know, a show, doing these things were, you know, scary, you know, to her. So initially, you know, when she started in the beginning, you know, she was afraid of doing these things. Oh, that's cute. Doki doki. Doki doki. She's feeling nervous here. She thought somebody was staring at her. 酒飲み始めたのも初ライブの緊張をごまかすためだからね。ね、酒飲み始めた。ね、of course お酒を飲み始めたのもね、お酒を飲み始めたのも、this no kind of resolves with ため here, meaning that she is just like stating the reason why she started drinking. Okay, 酒飲み始めたのも、so when I see this ため here, as I said, it kind of resolves here. It's like a set. The reason why I started drinking. More. And for this 初ライブの the first ライブ show の緊張をごまかすため。緊張。So she was nervous. That's cute. So 緊張。緊張 as in 緊張する、ね、緊張する is to be nervous 緊張する and you become tense、ね、緊張している state condition、ねso nervous and 緊張 on its own is a noun so nervousness or tension、初ライブの緊張、ね、緊張 the nervousness of、初ライブthe first show をごまかすためIt's crazy 漢字コンビネーションはごまかすためYeah, for this just learning with hiragana is fine ごまかすto well originally it means to deceive but this is here is more like faking it you know kind of trying to kind of fake fake the you know fact that she was nervous she wanted to just fake it ごまかすため for doing this for faking the nervousness ためごまかすためだかんねごまかすためだかんねIf I break it down, it's ごまかすためだから、ね、ごまかすためだから for, you know, faking my nervousness、ね、から、like just saying why she started drinking、ね、だからね with emphasis okay and she hasn't quit drinking since let's see そう、キクリぼっちちゃん。初めて何かをするってのは誰だって怖いよ。Oh, such a good thing to say. 初めて for the first time 何かをする、something をする doing something for the first time ってのはいうのはするということはね doing something for the first time 誰だって怖いよねえ誰だって誰であってもね誰でも anybody everyone ね誰だって怖いよね everyone gets scared or it's scary for everyone when you're doing something for the first time everyone gets scared so it's normal. She's saying this because Bocchi-chan was feeling nervous about performing at the cultural festival and she couldn't get confidence. She was hesitant. でもぼっちちゃんは路上も箱でのライブもできたじゃん。酒に頼らずにね。でもねぼっちちゃんはぼっちちゃんは路上も、路上ライブ、street performance 路上も箱でのライブも、箱 of course the venue、箱でのライブもできたじゃん。So you were able to play and perform on the street as well as performing in the venue. And you were able to do that. できたじゃん with emphasis. 酒に頼らずに。Always something extra. She should have just stopped here and she added 酒に頼らずに。something に頼る。ね。to trust something or rely on something or to depend on something. Okay? So 酒に頼らずに。酒に頼らないで。So without, depending on alcohol, without relying on alcohol. You didn't even have to drink it. You drink alcohol. But you were able to do these things. She had to. And she still has to. And she says, 自分にもっと自信持って。自分に yourself ね you に、もっと自信持って自信 confidence、自信持って自信を持ってね、have confidence so be confident、be more confident、about yourself、無理ならif it's impossible, if you can't do that 酒でドーピングしろWhy she says such a thing to a teenager 無理なら if you can't do that if you cannot if you can't be confident 酒でドーピングしろdoping with sake. So she's just saying like, yo, just have a drink, if you can't, do this, you'll be able to, perform. And Bocchi-chan says, 未成年です。Of course, she's too young, huh? She's 未成年。日本は、お酒は 20歳から。Yeah, so only when you are 20 and over, you can drink alcohol in Japan. Yeah, so of course, ポッチちゃん is 未成年。ね、まだ青年じゃない。うん。はい。She's too young. うん。So here, okay. I'm gonna read out from this panel. ね、このコマからここまで。ね。So here, looks like it's like 1, 2, but it's actually more like here, here, and here, here. Okay. Because it doesn't really work if I just read 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. They kind of, disconnect from each other. So I just want to kind of maintain the flow. So I go like here, here, and down. Okay. あ、文化祭ライブ。よかったら来てください。ぼっちちゃん、どんなやつだって勇気さえあればキラキラできるよ。イエーイ、その息だよどこ壁の修繕費プラス10万加算しといたからねぼっちちゃんとの連帯責任ってことでポロぼっち size are here oh. Okay, let's go. So it makes sense to read from here to here first, okay? Because they're connected, and this part connects to here directly. So, Bocchi-chan says, 文化祭ライブ of course 文化祭ね cultural festival ライブね show、よかったら来てください。ね、来てください。ね、よかったらね。ね、if you'd like, if that's okay with you, if you want, ね、よかったら来てください。ね、please come. And this is Kikuri thinking as Kikuri was listening to what Bocchi-chan was saying. ぼっちちゃん、どんなやつだって勇気さえあればキラキラできるよ。ね、ぼっちちゃん、どんなやつだってどんなやつだってね、どんなやつ is a little bit too offensive to use like in everyday conversation, but this is manga and it's it's a show, so and it's her character, but if you want to kind of rephrase it, like more in a like least offensive way, it's どんな人だって okay, but she says どんなやつだって、ね、so anybody, どんなやつだって of course if you want to say in a like in a non-offensive way, どんな人だって、ね、of course she's actually saying something pretty much the same as 誰だって、ね、anybody, but she's just paraphrasing herself saying どんなやつだって everyone, ね、anybody, but やつ、it's not really a good sounding word. 勇気さえあればキラキラできるよ。ね、勇気。ね、we had 勇気 before、ね、courage、勇気さえ。あれも emphasis on 勇気。勇気さえあれば。ね、あれば。勇気があれば、勇気さえ。ね、if you do have 勇気。あればあるあれば conditional, so if you have if you do have this, genki, not genki, sorry, yuki, ごめん、yuki, courage, ね、勇気さえあれば、キラキラできるよ。キラキラできるね。You can shine. So, all you need is, courage. She gets too excited. Yay! その息だよ。だが。She kicks something. 息。その息。That's the spirit. その息だよ。She's hitting something here. She's kicking something. 金ちゃん。The manager of the venue wants to say something. 壁の修繕費プラス10万加算しといたからね。壁の修繕費。ね、壁。This is what she was kicking. 壁。ね、wall の修繕費。ね、from 修繕。修繕する is to repair. ね、It's not 修理 here because 修理 is more for like, computers and, things like that. Machines. But 修繕。ね、修繕する。It's for, repairing, fixing. In this case, the wall. 修繕。そう修繕のお金だからね、the repair cost, repair cost ね、修繕費プラス10万10万10万1万円は1万円は10,000だからso 100,000 ね 100,000 yen、加算しといたからね。加算する。ね、加える、算するだから。ね、to add. But in this case, like, to the amount. Because, Kikuri keeps breaking things, during the show. And she damages equipment. So, like, to the, compensation, bill. 修繕費プラス10万、is now added ね、しといたからね、しておいたからね、I have added this amount ね、for the repair、ぼっちちゃんとの連帯責任ってことで、ね、ぼっちちゃんとのBefore Bocchi-chan's eyes just stayed here. Her eyes flew out. ボッチちゃんとの連帯責任、ね、連帯責任ってことで、ね、連帯 joint、responsibility、連帯責任、ね、責任連帯責任ぼっちちゃんと、ね、with ぼっちちゃん、ね、との連帯責任、ね、So joint responsibility with ぼっちちゃんってことでお願いします It's not written here but please So it's not ぼっち's responsibility though Yeah, she wanted to involve Bocchi-chan for the repair cost too. Boro. Something's falling apart. The wall is damaged. Cute. ちょっと待ってね。I need to have a sip. ちょっと待って。お茶が欲しい。よいしょ。Oh, my hands are like a little bit numb. I need to finish soon. ちょっと待ってね。ここ。はい。lost. はい。here. and 北ちゃん。ぼっちちゃん。ね。 here. So again, I'm gonna go from here. 1、2、3、4ね。はい。Let's go. じゃあ文化祭の瀬取り決めするよ。待ち時間が一バンド15分らしい。ぐー。だいたい3曲でぐー。りょう先輩にご飯分けてあげちゃダメですか？ぐーぐーぐー。絶対ダメ。So strict. ぼっちちゃんにずっとお金返してなかったんだから、少しは痛い目見るべき。いくよー。うるうる。北ちゃん、ダメなバンドマンに引っかからない。So seems like they're having a meeting, band meeting, in a family restaurant, family restaurant, like a diner. じゃあね、then 文化祭の瀬取り決め、文化祭の culture festival の瀬取り、瀬取り of course 瀬取り曲目、セットリストのことだよ、set list、a set list will show what songs they're playing、瀬取り決め、from 決める、決める to decide、to make a decision、決める、瀬取り。Here the sounds changes to ぎ、so 瀬取り決め、瀬取り決め、deciding、what to play、so deciding what the set list will be、瀬取り決め。So they're gonna choose what songs to play at the 文化祭。Somebody's stomach is loud. Good. Can I hear these? 待ち時間が一バンド15分らしい。待ち時間。待ち時間 from, of course, ごめん、待ち時間だと思った。ごめんね。ごめんの、待ち時間。待ち時間。ごめん、持ち時間ね。ごめん。It should be 持ち時間やった。ごめん。ね。So the time. It just means time. 持ち時間。ね。ね。Time just like allocated to each band in this case ね。持ち時間。ね。持ち時間がね、持ってる時間。ね。持ち時間が。time that's and time that each band has, that's 持ち時間、ね、持ち時間が一バンドね、one band 15分that's so short 15分wow, if it's 文化祭 yeah it's short isn't it because many students want to play、一バンド15分らしいね、I've heard ね that it's 15 minutes per band. Good ね。だいたい3曲でね、だいたい3曲でね、more or less だいたい3曲でbecause one song is about 4 minutes normally. Could be 3.5 to 4, so times 3 will be about 15分 Goo, goo. And Kita-chan wants you, share something. りょう先輩にご飯分けてあげちゃダメですか？She's not having anything. Everyone else is eating. Excuse me. りょう先輩にご飯ご飯を分けてあげるね、分ける。分ける has many other meanings too, but here it just means to share. Share something. ね、ご飯をね分けてあげる、分けてあげるね。Share my ご飯ね、share my meal. ね with りょう先輩。Can I give her something? あげる、あげちゃ、あげてはダメですか？ Is it not okay for me to share food with りょう先輩? Because her stomach is loud. And にじかちゃん says 絶対ダメ. No way. Absolutely not. So strict. 絶対に definitely, absolutely 絶対にダメ。She dropped me here. 絶対ダメ。But originally 絶対にダメ。Absolutely not. No way. You can't do that. Poor りょう先輩。Let's see. And にじかちゃん says ぼっちちゃんにずっとお金返してなかったんだから少しは痛い目見るべき。Oh no. ね、ぼっちちゃんにずっと、for a long time お金 of course お金を返してなかったね。She and she didn't pay back ぼっちちゃん for such a long time. So なかったんだから少しは痛い目見るべき、痛い目痛い目痛い目痛い sore painful but 目 like eye, but in this case it's more like like experience. 痛い目痛い目を見る。痛い目を会う is actually possible to 痛い目をごめん痛い目に会うかごめん痛い目に会う、to have a bad experience、but in this case 痛い目を見る、痛い目を見る、to have a painful experience or like terrible experience 痛い目を見る、少しは痛い目を is dropped 痛い目見るべき、見るべきね、she should have a hard time ね、for a bit 少しは痛い目見るべき、行くようるうるShe's calling きたちゃん She's begging きたちゃん行くよきたちゃん so tempted to help her and にじかちゃん、says きたちゃんダメなバンドマンに引っかからないきたちゃんダメなバンドマンtalking about りょうさんね、ダメなバンドマンに引っかからない、引っかかるね to get caught or to get trapped ね don't get trapped ね、by this one ね don't ね、don't get caught in the trap. So basically Nijika-chan's telling Kita-chan not to not to get tempted to help Ryo-san even though Ryo-san is begging for help. Cute. Wonderful. ちょっと待って。So good. 喉乾いた。ちょっと待って。お茶。Need my tea. よいしょ。おいしい。できました。できました。で、よいしょ。ちょっと待って。疲れた。疲れた。よいしょっと。ね。let me just say hello to the chat now. Doom scrolling. This is what it is. ジロジロ。アイキー you're here. はい、こんにちは。Yeah, the chat is English and Japanese. No, it's if you want to use a translator, you can use Google Translate or maybe Chat GPT. And yeah, if you want to use that, that's fine. Oh, Aiki, thank you for that. Yeah, for helping out. I needed it. Yeah. Gabby, so Japanese grammar is a bit complex. I can read some Japanese, but I can't write. Are you talking about handwriting or typing? You don't really have to handwrite. I mean, if you're, if you can learn kanji by looking, and if you don't have to handwrite for that, it's fine. You don't have to handwrite. But some people do need to, write by hand to remember. So, I guess you'll figure out, what style, you want to go for. Let me see. I don't know. Is that a game? And I don't know about that. So, Kazuo, you're here. Still trucking today. ありがとね。頑張ってね。仕事。Red, let me see. Has YouTube has been acting up a bit? I guess, let me see. More. Every time I read the fourth panel, you get motivated. Excellent. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. That made my day, Cunning Stones. Thank you for that. ありがとね。Come on, you're here. 元気? Alucard says can't wait for season 2. I know. I'm so excited about season 2. 楽しみ。ね。Falcons, a wonderful motivation indeed. Right. Yeah, you want to understand why I'm laughing, right? I know when every time I just, crack up, when I go to the fourth, fourth panel. Anyway, because it's funny. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Okay, and thank you for joining me today, and hope you had a good time. I hope you learned something new. I hope you had a good laugh. Anyway, so ね、どうもありがとうね。I'm gonna go now, and I will schedule another stream for 土曜日 Saturday. So hopefully I'll see you at the weekend. Okay, and let me just check the chat one more time before I disappear. Okay, ちょっと待ってね。ありがとうね。Falcon says, thank you for the stream, Sensei. You're always welcome. Cunning Stones, thank you for the stream, Sensei. You're welcome. Says, I hope everyone has a good week. Yes. Aiki says, thank you for the stream. You're welcome, Aiki. ありがとうね。I gave no. I was gonna read the whole. I was gonna read the full name of Gabby. Gabby says, thank you for the stream. You're welcome. Justin says, 今日はありがとうね。ありがとうね。はい、みんなありがとうね。じゃあね、楽しかった。じゃあまたね。See you next time. いくよ。